Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I just want to show you how I was able to transform my outdated kitchen cabinets to something that is more modern for less than $100. If you're interested in seeing how I did it, please stick around and keep watching. Alright, so this is day one of my project, and as you can see, I already took the top cabinet doors off and I'm kind of working my way to the bottom. I have a small kitchen. It's just a one wall kitchen, meaning that all of the layout is that all of the counter space, the cabinets, and as well as the appliances are against one wall. I just went ahead and used my kitchen table and placed like an old tablecloth over it. And what I did was I labeled the inside of each cabinet as well as placed all of the hardware in these cups, and I label them. And I highly suggest that you do this because you're probably not going to remember which hinge goes in which cabinet. So this is a very important step. The next thing that I did was I filled a bucket with warm water because you do need to give your cabinets a good washing. And I wanted to use what I had on hand. I didn't want to go out to get anything. I was only at that time going for essential items, and even though my kitchen needed an update, it definitely wasn't essential. So I wanted to use what I had on hand. So being that Palmolive is a degreaser, I wanted to go ahead and use that. I did have this spray 9, which is a heavy duty degreaser, and I did use these on the cabinets surrounding the stove because those get the most grease. And I will tell you, this worked amazing. It also kind of worked as a deglosser because it did take the shiny finish off of my cabinets. So that was very helpful. I also used what I have here is like a brush, which is used for like grout cleaning, the bathroom grout. It's a new brush, so I hadn't used it yet. So I decided to go ahead and use it in the spaces that had the most stubborn grease. And it's super important that you go ahead and really wash down your cabinets, because I did have some spots that I missed and it really did come through the paint, but it wasn't very noticeable. It was just like a tiny spot, so I didn't make too big of a deal about it. I also used this putty knife to kind of scrape off any stubborn grease, so that was very helpful. I have this pad that I use too, this scrubbing pad, and I just went to town kind of just cleaning all the cabinets. It's a lot of tedious work, but it is a necessary step. If you want your final outcome to be nice, you do have to take some extra measures to, just make sure that your kitchen cabinets are nice and clean. As I said, the ones surrounding the stove are going to be your most greasiest, obviously, because you're cooking on the stove and, grease splatters. So those are the ones that I found had the most grease. So after I cleaned and sanded my cabinets, I then went ahead and primed them. I did have to use 2 coats of primer. As you can see here, this is what 1 coat of primer looks like. So I definitely needed to use a second coat. And then I was ready for my actual paint. So what I used to go ahead and paint my cabinets was this Rustoleum Chalk Paint in the color Linen White. And I know that with chalk paint, you don't have to do a lot of prep work. That's the beauty of chalk paint. However, I did want to take some extra measures just to be sure that the final outcome was at it, the best that I can do. This went on very smoothly, and I ended up using about 1.5 cans, and I will link it down below, and I did get it on Amazon. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and show you how the first coat of the Rustoleum Chalk Paint looks. I did put this on last night and, kind of went to bed and then checked on it today, and I'm definitely going to have to be putting a second coat, obviously, and possibly a third, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like after just 1 coat. Now I did want to go ahead and show you guys when we took off the hinges, what was the nails like to the hinges, there's these little anchors. So you might have that in your cabinet, in your doors, if you decide to go paint them. And I didn't want to take them out, so what we did was just put like painter's tape over it. I mean, this part pretty much is going to be covered by the hinges, so I'm not going too crazy, because I do know that there are some spots that I didn't get to because I was afraid of getting paint in here, which would not be a good thing. But like I said, this is going to be covered with the hinges, so I wasn't going too crazy. I also wanted to show you guys, this is the high density foam roller that I got, and this is a Wooster 2-inch angle brush, and they are working very well to apply the chalk paint. I did have this, tray already on hand, but I didn't have a liner and it was very dirty, so a little trick that I used was I just kind of put the whole thing in saran wrap, and it worked out fine. So this is a little tip for you guys. If you don't have a paint liner, a tray liner, I've seen people use like garbage bags, but obviously a garbage bag would be too big for this, so I went ahead and used a saran wrap. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the progress. So after I applied the 3 coats of chalk paint, I wanted to obviously protect it. So I used this polycrylic protective finish in clear satin, and I used a Wooster brush as well as a high foam density roller to apply it. The can says that you can use up to 3 coats, and that's exactly what I did. And it was my first time working with it, but I think I did pretty good, and I liked the finished outcome. And there you have it, guys. I absolutely love the way that this came out. It always amazes me how a can of paint can really transform a room and brighten it up, and that's exactly what this did for my kitchen. It feels so much brighter and I love it. I will be posting a 6-month update as well as maybe a year update. If you're interested in seeing how the chalk finish held up, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and definitely hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload that video. But again, I'm loving how this came out. I will post all of the items that I used in the description box below, and I will also go ahead and post the channels that I watched that were very helpful when I was considering painting my kitchen cabinets. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you did like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope that everyone is staying healthy, staying safe, and I'd love to hear from you guys if you did any projects during your quarantine. Alright guys, take it easy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.